Come up and eat it. Come up and eat it. Oh, there we are. Nice. There's the double.
That's the best.
Oh, that was killer.
That's so awesome.
Hey, this is Luke with Salt Strong. In this video, we're going to show some cool footage of schooling redfish. Had a great day on the water with one of our Insider Club members. We got onto multiple schools of redfish. I'll show some strategies on how to find redfish, what lures to use for them, right? And then also the approach, how to approach them and how not to approach them. You want to make sure that you maximize your time in the water. And if you're going after good schooling redfish, the fall is the time to do it. So we'll start with the first school of redfish we found. This was really early in the morning. We had just recently got out and we were really just looking for reds. The goal was to find some redfish this trip. I did a pre-trip plan that explained the strategies, but basically I went up against the shoreline. It was a high tide and it was just looking for any signs of life. Sure enough, we saw a nice wake up the shoreline. Turns out to be a giant school of redfish. Here's what happened. All right, we see some wakes up here right around this bend. I don't think there's any current out there. I believe that's fish. Right past that point.
Something spooked them earlier for sure.
Yeah, so we're heading right over that way and not seeing any tails come up. Ooh, I think those look too big to be mullet. It's a school of either mullet or redfish. Either jumbo mullet or this is a bunch of redfish. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. At this point, I wasn't 100% sure if it was redfish, but either way, even if it was mullet, that's a good sign. That usually redfish will hold with those mullet schools. So whenever you see a sign of a push of any kind and you're not sure if it's mullet or redfish, just go ahead and treat it as a redfish school and it can pay off big dividends. Yeah, I'm not seeing any tails, but yeah, they're moving slow. So they look pretty happy. That can't be mullet. Oh yeah, those are reds. Oh, there's a lot of reds.
Oh my gosh.
And they're coming right in front of us. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast out and just let it sit. I'm gonna start tweaking. Yeah, look at that. So my lure landed there and these fish are probably about 20 feet away heading right toward my lure. This lure is gonna get totally slammed. They're just inch long. That is not wind. That is 100% not wind. That is all. Yeah,
What a beautiful sight.
that's amazing. So we'll go ahead and pause it real quick just to explain something that's important. Is when you're looking for these redfish schools, you're not going to see like a dolphin wake, right? It's most often going to be very faint. So this is a glass calm day and you can just barely see it, right? It almost looks like a little bit of a wind ripple, but this is an area that didn't really have any wind on it, so that's really what gave it away. But as you'll see, once we hook up, there's a lot of fish there, and there's some really nice ones too. All right, let's see if we can get some of the early guys to come out and play. Oh, they're starting to look. I'm gonna let them get a little bit closer. Ooh. All right, so one more pause for casting. Important tip is make sure to lead the fish whenever possible. In this case, we could clearly see which way they were going. They were actually coming right to us, which is kind of dangerous sometimes, but it also allows us to make a cast that we can actually let it sit. So I had a topwater plug on. I cast like 20 feet away from it. There's no way that's going to spook them off. And I was just waiting on him. Tony went ahead and went for it, and he made a cast right in front of the wakes, which is a risky move, but these fish were thick and they were happy. And as you'll see, he was the first to hook up. You should be on there. Ooh,
come on.
You're on. Yeah, let me nice. Let's see if we can get right in there. Come up and eat it. Come up and eat it. Oh, there we are. Nice. There's the double.
That's the best.
Oh, that was killer.
That's so awesome, dude. Oh, it's so awesome.
And so what we have to do now is just keep an eye on this school. This is awesome. This is fall fishing right here. Oh yeah, look at that red. Whoa, get out of there. So here's a pic of the double. What a great way to start the morning. And hats off to Tony, because when he hooked up with that redfish, he didn't freak out. He didn't put a lot of pressure on it. The whole school, it didn't spook off. And so I was able to get another cast in there, and then mine came up and sucked down the lure. If Tony put a lot of pressure on and spooked the school, then it's really tough to double. All right, so I'll throw in a lure tip because this is important. So as the sun started coming up, I went away from the topwater. Early on, I was using this Moonwalker. This is one of our custom topwater plugs with the single inline hooks. This thing is awesome. And then once the sun's up, I switch over to the bomber. This is the Slam Shady bomber. This is our big paddle tail. This is the big fat paddle tail. It casts an absolute mile. So I rigged this on the 4/0 owner twist lock hook with the 1/8 ounce weight. Can go 3/0. You also can go 5/0, but 4/0 is the ideal size. But yeah, this casts a mile. It works great. And so this is what I was using the rest of the trip, and this is what Tony was using as well. So this was about 40 minutes later, according to the GoPro footage. We kept down with the strategy, and we were going down this shoreline and finally came across another school. All right. Yeah, there's a bunch of, yes, there's the spooked reds, and those red, they're happy right there. So now that we identified the redfish, we could tell they were coming to us. So now it's really about just not spooking them. We're just staying put, I turn the trolling motor off, let those redfish just slowly make their way right to us. Okay, there's some right here actually. We're just gonna stay put.
That was a red, I saw him come out.
Yep.
Real frolicking, having fun.
Yeah, there's some right here. Got him, nice. Oh, I'll play him cool. You got yours on yet?
Not yet, not yet.
Ooh, look at all these reds.
Nope.
Yeah, it looks like they came off they went over this way. Came up and smacked it.
Nice.
There we are. Now he's getting mad. Now he's getting mad. That is awesome.
Love it.
So, yeah, the other school's right there.
Right there. Look at
Get him, Tony. Ooh, look at all those fish. Yeah, they're a little bit freaked out now that this one's causing commotion.
Yeah.
They're solid redfish.
Oh, sounds good.
Look at all those spooking off too. Those are big fish too. Golly. Watch out for the troll motor there, buddy. This is probably another overslot red here too. So I got this one in, released it, didn't bother taking a picture, really wanted to go through and find that school of redfish, the bigger one. So we kept on going and finally got across another school of redfish. This was actually on our way in. Tony noticed a push off in the distance. And this is another example of just how well these fish can hide, even though there's big fish up in really shallow water on a glass calm day. It's shocking how stealthy they can be. So here's the approach and you'll see what happens. It was hanging right here. Looks like they're coming this way. It's just so calm out here. They're gonna be super spooky. Oh yeah, there's a red. Ooh, one just followed me up. Oh yeah, you might be in them.
I'm on.
Nice. Let's see if we can double up. They're still happy there. Dang, I'm over to the right of them.
I'm just gonna hang on.
All right, let me make a cast in there. So yours is over there. All right, sweet. They're right here. Oh, dang it. So I hit a rod behind me on that cast. I got too excited. Big mistake. All right, let's see if we can double up.
Oh, baby, you're in there.
Eat, eat. Eat it. Oh, they just spooked off. Oh no, no worries. Look at those reds.
Oh my cow.
Those are nice fish too.
Hook up there.
That was awesome. Saw them on the way back in. Had to make one more stop.
It was worth the stop.
It was well worth the stop. Heck yeah, that's a big red too. Yeah.
Got it?
Heck yeah, well done. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. It sure was a fun day on the water. And for those Insider Club members, if you want to see exactly where this was and the types of areas, most importantly, to look for, I get on the online maps and I actually recorded the pre-trip plan for this trip, and I did the post-trip analysis where you can see what the plan was and then how it adjusted based on the current. So it started with a high tide and the water was pushing out, and so you can see exactly what the progression was. And we essentially just followed those redfish schools out away from the shoreline, and it was like the textbook type of day. So link down below to the insider report from this trip. If you have any questions at all about this trip, be happy to help. Leave a comment down below. And if you're new to Salt Strong, just know that we're the best online fishing club for inshore saltwater anglers, especially if you're targeting redfish, sea trout, snook, or flounder. There's nothing else like it. We actually guarantee you'll be catching more fish while saving both time and money. We do that through our premium education, our exclusive insider community, and huge discounts on all the tackle you need. To learn more, go to saltstrong.com. Otherwise, hope to see you again soon.